Alright, here we're going to take a look at Cameron's athlete analysis. We're going to see him here running full speed. This is about 20 yards or so. We're going to see him running 50% speed. And then we're going to see him at 10%. And then we'll start to break everything down. Alright, so going to 10% now. We're going to be stopping this kind of frame by frame as we see things, and I'll point them out and we'll talk about it. And we're going to stop him after he gets maybe about 5 or 6 yards out. Now you'll notice his arms are in a good L shape. However, they get a little bit disconnected from the body, and you'll see that in the next frame as well. When they get disconnected from the body, it's because they're creating like an east-west motion, and that causes the one arm to go in front of the chest and then the other arm to get extended from the body. In addition to that, it actually he's turning his shoulders around his torso, and it's causing his chest to be off plane. And I'll point out a few more things with the same thing as we go forward, but we got to stop him from going east and west and get everything going north and south. Bringing him forward a little bit more, you'll notice again, looking at his left arm, you'll see how extended out from the body it is. And then you'll notice again as the right arm is across the chest, almost like he's got his hand on his chest. Now what that does is that stops him from being able to basically get the hand up to the eye where it needs to be, because it's going across his body, and that shortens the stride of the arms, which slows down his momentum. So we definitely need to get that fixed. We're going to go forward here a little bit more. And we'll stop it here again. And you'll notice again, with that whole east-west motion, his arms are doing it and his body is doing it. Now if you look, you'll see how off axis his head and eyes should be splitting the center of his body. But if you look, his head is right in line with his left knee, and then when he goes to the right side, it's right in line with the right side. So he's got a lot of swaying going on, left to right, left to right. And we need to stop that. Everything's got to be in line, north to south, no wasted movements. And we're talking about fractions of a second, so these things add up to be a pretty big deal. Those are all the things that are bad with his upper body. Now we're going to move down to the lower body, and the lower body looks a lot better. If you look at his knee drive, it's perfect. It should be right at 90 degrees, which it is. So his stride is good, and that's great because he's got long legs, and that's part of the reason why he's as quick as he is because he's got a long stride and he uses it very well. So with the knee, we're good on that. We don't need to change anything. Going down a little bit lower, you'll see how he strikes the ground. He's striking on the balls of his feet, and his knee and leg are in a straight line. The only thing I see is, if you see again, because of the upper body, you see how his right knee is at an angle and his body is still a little bit off, and that's just all because of the upper body. So if we can fix that, that'll definitely help him out. Going forward to his vertical leap, he jumped to 30 here, and you get varied results. I think he said he's jumped to 35 before. Once you get up to that high, it depends on the day and the person that's doing the score, etc. His technique looks very good though. Now his broad jump here, on this particular one, it actually didn't count because he put his hands on the ground. I think he had another one that was better, but the score he had was an 8-foot 10-inch jump, which is very, very good. He's a very explosive athlete. Obviously you probably already know that, but with anything, there's always room for improvement, and that's what we're trying to do here. We know he's very good. We know he has a lot of skills to work with, but we want to see how can we fine-tune these skills so that he can take it to the next level. We're going to go for a little bit more and look at his lateral speed. He had a very good score of 20 reps in 30 seconds, which is very good. He's got good technique, and he knows how to move his body. So, his speed here I like, and I like his technique. Very good. Alright, we're going to take a look at his scores overall. Obviously his strength is very good. The only thing I notice here is his one leg squats are a little bit low. We want to get that up into the hundreds. And then his core, we need to work on his core strength as well. His 10-yard, which is very important, is a 1.62, which is good, but we need to get that a little bit lower so we can get that 40 time down. Vertical was very good, standing broad jump was very good, and he's got great flexibility, which he needs to continue to work on that and make sure he stays flexible.